Welcome to Turbocharged. Now in today's episode we are at Goodwood Festival of Speed. Now this is one of the largest car shows in the world and especially one of the largest in the UK. We're just at the car park here, and the car park, this is just for the people that have one of the stalls here or just enjoy wanting the VIP luxury experience. There are plenty of cars to get our teeth sunk into, so let's start here. You see, this is one of the reasons why I love Goodwood. It's because such a varying selection in cars. We've got a lovely Ferrari here, all the way to a classic track GT Bentley. I mean, you just can't make up the different contrast of cars here. All car lovers, all car enthusiasts have made it here in one place for 4 nights. We're in the middle of Goodwood Festival of Speed, and over here we have the eBay garage. Now the eBay garage apparently has a McLaren F1 car, so come with me as we off to have a wee look at that. I just can't get over about the amount of stuff that's here. I mean, there's just so much. There's so much music, so much stimulation over here. Let's go have a look at this F1 car. I mean, can't lie, slightly annoyed because I thought it would be a real one, but hey, I suppose it might cost a wee bit too much, especially that a tent here is £250,000. An average size tent at Goodwood Festival of Speed is £250,000. So I can imagine why, to cut costs, you have to start sticking with not the average stuff. But anyway, let's have a look at the MG tent. Well, it's hardly a tent, it's more of an entire house they've built just for this. Oh, the MG Cyberstar. It's one of the few electric cars I actually enjoy looking at. It's just an amazing beast. The MG Cyberstar is a 2-door coupe with a 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. It also has 536 horsepower. The car in perfect conditions has a range of 400 kilometers on a full charge, so you can see why I like it so much. This is the new MG Cyber X. I'm thinking it looks very similar to the Hyundai Santa Fe. So clearly, and for such a British car manufacturer, they're definitely getting more American in their style and their build of cars. Just the fact how it's so tall and the car itself is very big with wheel rims that have a very high gap. So they're definitely getting a lot of inspiration from the American market, which I can get behind. The MG Cyber X is scheduled to be on UK roads by 2027. Not much is known about the car yet, but we do know that pop-up headlights are making a comeback, which I have to say, they do look kinda cool. We just heard that is the rally stage of Goodwood. It's the rally stage of Goodwood. So we're going to see if we can get any footage of any good rally cars coming up and showing us what's going on. Let's see if they absolutely floor it.
Talking about cars which are developed with track in mind, we see the Praga Behemoth.
Lanzanti P1 HDK, which is read all about it and now
V6, but it's been tweaked by the British firm Litchfield to develop extra punch.
We're just having a wee look at the Alpine stand, but I can see another one over there. I can also see a wee Jaguar logo. And if Jaguar are showcasing the new cars, the new electric stuff, if you're familiar with our channel, you'll know that I'm not a huge fan of the new redesign. But hey, I might see it in person and completely change my mind. I might look about, see the new Jaguar for my own eyes, and then decide maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. Maybe it wasn't. But first we've got to check out the Alpine stall, because there's a lot of Alpine going on over here. And Alpine are one of my favourite car companies probably ever. I know they're owned by Renault, and Renault have their own image and their own kind of standards they have. I mean, if you say I'm a Renault driver, everyone instantly knows what you look like and how you drive. But Alpine, I think, they're their own thing. They do what they want, and they're funded by Renault. That's what I like to think. Alpine are their own company, funded by Renault. So let's have a look and see what's going on. I mean, Alpine, they've got a lot of stuff going on over here. I mean, who knew that Alpine made a 4-door car? That must be one of the new ones. Because every time I have a look at Alpine's range, it's either the A110, the A110 GT, and the new electric one. It's clearly taken inspiration from the A110, the A290. It's a lovely wee car. But it's not very alpine. It's not very alpine race, but I can see where they're going with it. We've also got the Alpine F1 team, the Alpine F1 stand. Oh, finally a real F1 car, other than in the eBay stand that was fake. A lovely one there. I mean, they've got so much going on. They've got a 24-hour Le Mans kitted one. What if this actually did race in Le Mans? I'll see if I can find anyone and ask. This one didn't race in Le Mans, however, the A110R is faster than the regular A110. The car has a 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds compared to the regular A110 with a 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. Its top speed is 16 miles an hour faster than the A110, and also the A110R is 32 kilograms lighter, which from help with these beautiful carbon fibre wheels. There's not really other things to say, it's just fit. Oh, we've got some... As I was saying, there's just so much here. You can probably hear the cars just going by. And there's so much here, there's so much, people going everywhere. I feel like when I see a crowd of people move somewhere, I want to think, where are they going? I should probably go there and film that. Anyway, like I said, I'm here for 2 days. I'm here for the Friday and the Saturday. And the Saturday, there's going to be a lot of events on, so I'll make sure I can film and cover as much as I can for that Saturday. I heard that Conenseg have a wee stand going on, so let's, on our way. Let's go see the Jaguar tent. Let's go see if I can film and cover anything here. There's just so much people here. I'm just staggered about how busy this whole event actually is. Last year in 2024, Goodwood got an estimated about 200,000 people. I reckon that there's just about the same amount of people here today alone. There's just, everywhere I look, there's just something new, something different. And now, see, I've gone from an Alpine stand to BMW's new car and now a Ford Transit van. I mean, you just, 60 years of Ford Transit. Well, of course we're gonna have a look at that. 60 years of Ford Transit. There's not many car shows that would advertise such a claim, 60 years of Ford Transit, this random van or car. That's how you know you're in the UK, when they say 60 years of Ford Transit. The Ford Transit, I mean, it's a staple of the UK. Oh, there's a lovely Ford Mustang, so we're gonna have a wee look at that. The Ford Mustang Dark Horse has the classic 5-litre V8, but this one can produce 500 horsepower and go 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. And here's a look at the first ever Ford Transit. Well, we have a lovely selection of cars here. Now, I'm not a big GDM fan, but a GDM car that I can appreciate is the Nissan GTR R34. I mean, there's just something about this car, you can't really help not like it, really, can you? Must be difficult, especially with all these classic cars, to try and stop the engines from overheating, because today in the UK, down in Goodwood, it's 35 degrees, which doesn't sound like a lot if you're an American viewer, but over in the UK, we're just not used to it. Wow, this is a beautiful example of a BMW M3. That just shows you how big an event Goodwood Festival of Speed is. The fact that they've got the red arrows here. I mean, it's just amazing seeing it. I've never seen the red arrows before. I've seen one of the decommissioned planes in a museum once, but that's about it. So, it just shows you how big of an event it really is and how much money gets put into this. It's insane, the money here. We're at the Jaguar stand. Well, when I say stand, I mean they've built an entire house. I mean, this thing is absolutely massive. Which means for the first time, we're going to be seeing the new Jaguar for our own eyes. Apologies for any noise, they've got the BMX tracks going on over here. And here I mean, this car better be worth the video that I made about it. The video that they've lost their roots, they've lost touch of Jaguar. But here it is. I'm not going to say this too loudly because we are in the company of a lot of Jaguar fans, but it's just, I just can't get behind it. I just can't understand what people see in this car, why Jaguar thinks this is going to take over and think that this is going to make the company be better. I mean, where do you even go from this? Where do you improve? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to criticise it too much because obviously this is Jaguar's tent and I'd feel bad if I just started like slandering and making fun of everything that they've done here. But I just don't get it. I just can't understand how Jaguar think that they can keep going from where they are now. Jaguar sales have dropped by 90% since the ad did release. So I'm going to walk about, I'm going to see what else is going on. You can see some more cars up there, so let's have a look. So of course they put the Land Rover, well, when I say tent, yet again, it is an entire building they've added here. So when I say the Land Rover tent, the Land Rover building, of course they put it next to them because it is the Jaguar Land Rover company, so it only makes sense that they put the two together. So speaking of the Land Rover Defenders, let's go over here and have a look at the new range of Land Rovers. It's just not really what it is. Tell that they've gone more of an urban vibe, more to sell to the urban market, which of course that's what sells. That's what Land Rover know. They know their market. They know that half the people that buy these cars are not going to off-road them. They know perfectly well that these cars are going to be stuck in a driveway and spend 90% of their life stuck at red lights. So it makes sense, which is why Ineos, when it came along, they released the Ineos Grenadier. Ineos took inspiration from the Land Rover Defender 110 and made it modern. So it's got all the gadgets, it's got everything from the original Land Rover Defender, but instead it looks different. So you've got Range Rover Comfort, you've got your Range Rover Comfort, but in the classic Land Rover Defender body, which is what people want. And Land Rover could have made so much money if they just kept going with the way they were at. And anyway, recently Ineos have been challenging Land Rover to an off-road battle, and every single time Land Rover has denied. Can't think why. That's because they'd get absolutely beat. But I think they should. I mean, it's good publicity for both parties, both ends. Even if Land Rover do lose, which they probably would lose, but even if they do, it's good publicity. Any publicity is good publicity. So it would work. Anyway, we're going to go back into the building and see, let's have a look at the cars. Now I just had a wee thought here. The fact that it's the Land Rover Jaguar company, they're owned by, well, it is the one company. The fact that Jaguar have changed to the redesign to the all-electric model, which they say copy nothing, but it looks like the Rolls-Royce Phantom. I mean, it does. So the fact that Jaguar have changed, Land Rover themselves, they've changed the look of the Defender, and Ineos has already taken over that market. So there's going to be another gap in the market for the new Jaguars to take over. There's going to be a new car company taking over what Jaguar have left behind. So when that happens, the Jaguar Land Rover company, the only cars it's going to make are going to be Defenders and Range Rover Sports. That's going to be the only two cars they'll make and supply. So yet again, another prediction I hope I'm wrong on, because it'd be a shame to see one of my favourite car companies collapse and eventually be obsolete, be no more, and nobody wants that for Jaguar. Now the reason how you saw the McMutty do that is because at the bottom of the McMutty there's a huge fan which generates so much downforce that if the road were to go upside down, the McMutty will still be stuck to the floor, which is insane. It creates so much downforce that it can go round corners near its top speed, not at it, but near its top speed. All these facts and these stats allow the McMutty to have the fastest lap time on the Goodwood course. Fastest lap ever. That's good going for a wee car. That's Friday, now done at Goodwood Festival of Speed. But I'm here tomorrow, and tomorrow's Saturday, which is the biggest day at Goodwood, which means there's going to be more cars, more people, and more importantly, a bit of video. Join me then as we see more cars and see more things. Perfect.